Hi, I'm Dina Loomis. Most people call me Dina, short for dynamic. Before this interview is over, you will know why.
Well, most probably you will know why when Miss Dina is through with this interview. I'm Doc Che Lejano, and this is one of our first entries into our video blog, from which you are sure to learn. So, Miss Dina, what would you like to talk about tonight?
Well, you know very well, Che, that I was co-ambassador of the Civility Ambassadors Program of the Association of Image Consultants International. And it was so timely because the offer came very suddenly. Somebody resigned from the post, and it came at a period of grieving for me. I just lost my husband of almost 19 years. And I was down. I was feeling so down in the dumps. And it really took me out of the doldrums. And I suddenly felt alive again. I realized that there's more to life than just being me, than me. I suddenly realized that, oh my goodness, I have to pay attention to other people.
Good. There are other people in the world, yes.
I know. It's just that I was so consumed by what transpired. And it's like the universe was centered around me. And then I began realizing that other people are there and they care for me. And why shouldn't I care for other people? So I'm so happy I was able to move around, go and visit Rotary clubs, and I even went all the way up to Malacanang because I have a friend who knows somebody at the Malacanang Presidential Palace, and I was able to give a seminar workshop on civility. And you know that there are 3 R's of civility, of course: respect, restraint, and responsibility.
Respect, restraint, responsibility. Yes.
Yes. And you know what? The most difficult of the 3. You want to know what?
And which one?
The restraint.
Yes.
Restraint,
yes.
because
control.
Yeah, because people somehow, the most difficult part of you to master or to discipline is the tongue. And sometimes you get so used to expressing yourself that you forget that other people have sensibilities, and sometimes you use the wrong words and also the wrong tone of voice.
Yes.
And I notice, especially with helpers, or when you're talking to people who are probably in a position that is a little bit lower than yours, sometimes your voice goes up.
Yes.
All you're trying to do is give instruction and trying to put emphasis on certain words, and then before long they already start crying. So you realize, oh my gosh, I should have restrained myself. So I realized respect. You can train yourself because, you say good morning, you say thank you, will you please, excuse me, or I beg your pardon. And so these are shows of respect. And yet, restraint. Oh my goodness gracious. I've seen a lot of people blow their top and use words that are sometimes demeaning. And later on, they told me I shouldn't have said that. but it's so difficult to control.
Yeah, that's true.
So somehow you use a lot more of your spiritual side. Because physically, mentally, emotionally, it's so difficult. So you ask for help. You really need help, spiritual help. And responsibility is, on the other hand, for me, it's a bit easier because even if it's not your fault, it's still your responsibility to set things straight.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially when you have customers, you're a business, and you have customers, you don't have to be wrong. The customers don't always have to be right, and yet you want to set things right for them. It's really more of giving. It's more of being good and just making other people feel better.
Well, apart from the fact that in terms of responsibility, whether it's your fault or anybody's fault, it still has to get right.
Yes.
And you have to get it right, and you have to set it right.
Yes.
And on the matter of respect, restraint, I mean, in the matter of restraint, the problem there is sometimes, even if we try to be civil, people are too sensitive sometimes because it's a cultural thing. Like, remember in Filipino, anytime that you tell someone what they ought to do after they've done something, they already interpret that as negative. See? So there has to be something said about the cultural differences.
I like the way you put it into words, because I believe a lot of sensitivity really gets pricked when you sort of give a correction.
Yes.
And some people just cannot take it. They take it personally. It's never professional for them. It's more of personal. It's like, you put me down. So that's the reason why we're supposed to call someone aside and talk. Excuse me, can we have a few minutes? Can we talk? So you're supposed to just be alone.
Yes.
So
which in a way is also a form of respect.
Right.
You don't want them to be embarrassed in front of other people.
Right.
So it's better if you do it on a one-on-one basis.
But there's something I've been noticing, Che, lately, because of elections, and we know that we will also soon have our own elections.
Yes.
This is so, I could not believe the uncivil behavior and the words that they use, how they put each other down. It was just, it's almost insane. And I just thought that they should be talking about issues, and then they're already tearing each other down. And there was this particular candidate who's very popular, and yet he really tore the opposition to pieces and really made him look like a monster. So I said, it's more like a character assassination to me already. I thought that had no place in. Why do you have to tear down somebody? Why don't we just talk about issues?
Exactly. In a matter of speaking, respect goes out the window.
Right. So,
when elections come near, and especially since our elections are coming up also.
And isn't that something I noticed right away? When the campaign was over, the election was over, and somebody already won. Oh my gosh, both sides were so kind and so nice to each other. Hey, what was that for? What was all that, tearing down for? And then now, you're trying to make each other feel good. Yeah,
it's like the Filipino family. They might bicker, fight, they might even try to kill each other. But when that particular family is the one being hit on, and they're the underdogs, the entire family usually bands together against the particular person who is against that particular member of the family. At least that's one good thing about Filipinos that we can say. Whether that may be twisted because the person that's being attacked might actually be guilty, well, at least that's one thing that we can be thankful for. So, for this particular episode, I think we've talked quite a lot about civility. And in the next episodes, we will have a lot more focused discussions on particular things, not just on civility. So, Miss D, would you like to tell our televiewers to stay tuned again? Meanwhile, this is Doc Che, and thank you for sharing our time with us.
And this is Dina, or you may call me Dina, and now you know why. Saying so long until next time.